Regina, hello. Good afternoon.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I still need to upload the class that you didn't take so that you can watch it, but I'll make sure that I do it today before, to be honest, maybe tomorrow before the day ends. But yes, so you didn't come last class, and I need to send you the video. Okay, that's the trick. So let's get started. Okay, we have many things to do today. But before that, let's check on some very little details related to lesson C. Fernanda is already here, so I I want to think that she remembers what we learned last class. Fernanda, hello over there. Um, so you remember the use of actually, right, Fer?
Hi, the use of actually?
The use of actually.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please teach us?
Okay, is for, ¿lo puedo decir en español?
Maybe not.
Oh
Well,
my
then
God.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you then. We use actually to mention new things in a conversation, Regina, that people don't know. And we also use actually to correct what people think. Mhm. Uh, and that's the magic of actually. But let's not talk about it anymore. I'll make sure that I send you the video of the class, and let's get ready for this new session. Today we'll be talking about this. Mhm. So, well, it's not April 15th. No, I'm sorry. It is May the 20th, right? May the 20th. And this is the topic for today. There are two specific objectives for this session, so I would like you, Regina, to read them, please.
Uh, Small talk.
Mhm.
Identity general and specific information. Basic comprehension.
Thank you. This word, the pronunciation for this is identify. Can you repeat after me? Identify.
Identify.
Excellent, good. It sounds really cool when you mention it. So let's go. Um, Now, small talk. In your own conception, in your own words, fair Regina, what do you think a small talk is? Two two words for the same activity. Small talk. Mhm.
Maybe. Hi. How are you? Good, and you? Good. Bye.
Yes, so something very, very, very small, right? A very short talk. Okay, good. So it is something that happens in a sudden, right? And it is something not very like intricate. So, Fer, please, can you read it for us?
Yes, a conversation about things that are not important, often between people who do not know each other well.
Uh-huh. Take a moment to rephrase what you read. So I'm going back now to Regina. Regina, according to what your classmate read, in your own words, what is a small talk?
Um,
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe when. ¿Cómo se dice acabas?
Oh, how do you say acabas? Oh, end up. Mhm.
And when you end up near a people, so uh, you don't have much things for talk.
Oh, that is a very interesting point. I didn't think of it. So maybe if there is nothing else to talk about, it's time to cut it, right? It's time to end it. Good, good. Thank you so much. That's in your own words. And Fer, in your own words, what's the meaning of a small talk?
It's a little conversation for what's the word for socializar?
Oh, to socialize.
To socialize. Maybe solo eso.
Okay. Just that. Thank you. Those were very different ways to see the same term, but all of them are valid. All of them are good. Now, it is talking time. Okay, I won't speak. You will be the ones speaking. I'll be listening to what you say. And if I notice that there is something that we need to talk about in terms of grammar, vocabulary, fluency, etc., then we're going to correct it. But this, it's just an opportunity for you to sustain a conversation based on 3 questions. Okay, so here we have these 3 questions, and you two need to interact. Okay, so one of you asks the question and the other person answers the question, but also if you feel ready and if you feel comfortable, you ask the second question, and then the other person asks the third question until you finish. Okay, so talking time for you. Please start.
Farah, would you like to meet new people?
Yes, I love because it's very interesting for me, and it's funny. Do you like to talk, or are you shy?
In fact, I love to talk. I don't think so. I talk a lot. I am quite sociable. So, well, sometimes it's bad and sometimes it's good. So, I don't know. Um, do you use small talk at work or school?
Yes, I use small talk at school, uh, maybe to get to know more people only.
Oh, yes, me too. Well, sometimes. Huh?
Yes, please. I mean, so far we know Fernanda's point of view in maybe like 2 questions, but I also want to know what's your point of view, Regina. You said that you are a very sociable person, right? So I'm now speaking. So it leads me to the next question. Um, Under what conditions do you feel shy to sustain a small talk? For the 2 of you, please. Under what conditions do you feel shy to sustain a conversation? Brisel is here.
I think maybe that in my case, when I meet people of my age, because some have one point of view and me other, and it's like uh, shy and me not. So it's more difficult. Well, for me because only it's difficult.
Mm,
It's weird.
it's weird. Okay, thank you. Welcome, Brisel. We're talking about these 3 questions. We're discussing information. And the end of this is to check on your speaking abilities. So, Fer, are you here? Yes, right? Yeah, you just came back. Fer, please ask one of these three questions to Brisel.
Okay, Brisel, do you like to meet new people?
Yes, of course, but I'm a little shy, so it's a kind of complicated for me. But yes, I like meet new people when I'm in the comfort zone. Yes, of course.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Now let's go to feedback. Okay, feedback is basically correction. So here I noticed while you were speaking, Brisel, Regina, and Fair, I noticed that you said that something. It's funny, right? It's funny. It's funny. What do you think funny is? What is funny for you? No.
Maybe uh, a little entertaining.
Aha, that is the word, Regina. Funny is something entertaining, okay? But when something is funny, it means that it's very gracious, that it makes you laugh a lot, very, very hilarious. Uh-huh. Like for example, like a sticker or like a meme, or like a joke. Like we have many different stand-uppers here in Mexico, but Franco Escamilla, I guess he's also a comedian, and he's very funny. Why is he funny? Well, because he's always telling things that are not completely serious, or he shows the truth, but he's not serious. So that is funny, something that makes you laugh. When something is fun, it's something that you enjoy. Okay, so it has to do with something you enjoy. So getting to know people can be fun, can be something you enjoy. And jokes are funny. Clowns are supposed to be funny, right? So there are situations and there are people that are funny because of their behavior, because of what they do. And there are situations and there are people who are fun, who are very entertaining, but in a good way. Like you can have a good time with this person, or you can have a good time doing this. For example, English classes are fun. That's just an example. And I don't know, maybe physical education is also fun. But if I see a person laughing and laughing and laughing watching a video, I think that is funny. So before we move on, Brisel, in your own words, what's the difference between funny and fun?
Fun is like something that entertain, or is like I like something, and funny is I don't know, I like a lot of loud.
Like a very funny time, right? Laughing, very hilarious and stuff. Okay, now look, this is the next expression. I love talk. The next expression is something that you will learn in the intermediate level. Oh, we are like 7 courses away from intermediate level. But in this case, I guess it is important to tell you this. When you use I love, you can say, I love to talk, or you can also say, I love talking. I love talking. And it applies for many other different things. For example, I love to I love to call my family on the phone. I love calling my family on the phone. I guess this explanation is easier than the previous one. So, Fer, can you please tell me something that you love doing, an action?
Maybe painting.
Okay, so
Yes, I love painting.
I love painting, right? I love painting. I love to paint. And the meaning is the same. Okay, so this is just a tip for you when you use the verb love. Good, very good, ladies. And the other one, this one was just a matter of pronunciation. So what's the pronunciation for this, Regina and Fernanda?
Complicated.
Complicated.
Complicated. Okay, you're right. Yeah, pronunciation for this one is complicated. Good. It means that the last time that I heard was complicate. Mhm. So let's make sure when you're speaking that you are opening your mouth enough to let the other person know what you want to say. This is what we call international language. International language. What does it mean, teacher? Well, it means that if you are, for example, at Canada, you are in Canada, and you go to the store and you want something, but you know that people won't understand you, maybe, you use the conversational, the international language, which is very loud and very slow. Hey, do you have cookies? So you need to speak very clear but very slow. That's what we call the international language. And then people, they listen to you and they notice that you are speaking and that you need something. Maybe we can use this here when we want to state something very clear, but that's the use we give to it when we are in a foreign country. So far, are there any questions, Regina, Brisel, Fernanda, with what I said?
No, teacher.
No.
No, teacher.
Wow, 18 minutes and no questions. Okay, good. Well, in that case, it's time for us to continue. Okay, good. So now, what does it say there, Brisel? What does it say?
Your tips for small talk?
Tips for small talk. I assume that you are very sociable. Regina, for example, she's very sociable. That's what she said. And I assume that you are as sociable as Regina is. You are the same. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take 2 minutes of your time, and I want you to think consciously on 4 tips to have a small conversation. Is this clear for Regina and Brisel?
Yes.
Yes, good. Fernanda, is it for you and Regina? Because for Brisel, it is.
Yes.
Yes, good. Thank you so much. So please, 2 minutes for this. I'll set the timer, and I want you to think of 4 tips to sustain a small talk, okay? So 2 minutes for this, and there we go. If necessary, you can write here on the screen, or you can use your notebook to write. Just think and use your cell phone notes. You can use them here. But 4 tips for small talk. Time goes so fast. Now you have just 1 minute left.
Teacher,
Hey,
is that I only approach the person and that's it?
well, that sounds like an example, right? That sounds like an example, but apart from approaching the person, maybe what you want to say with approaching the person can be, don't be shy. Don't be shy and approach the person. But apart from that, what other tips can you think of about actions, about your body language, about the things you say. Add at least just one more tip apart from the one that you said, because there are 30 seconds before we start speaking. Almost on time. Okay, well, it seems it's time, so I'll stop this. I want to see your names at least. And here in the panel, Regina, Brisel, and Fernanda. It is the same dynamic. You will start speaking, and the person who's going to start this conversation will be Fernanda. Please, Fernanda. So Fernanda will start saying, well, my tips for a small talk are one, this and this and this, because this and this and this, two, this and this and this, and stuff. But ladies, Regina and Brisel, if you want to say something to Fer, very good, okay? That way it will be more natural. So, Fer, please do it. I want to listen to you.
Okay, I have only three. The first is original questions. Maybe the person doesn't feel that he wants personal information or something. The second is show security, and there not to be shy, and that's all.
Classmates, please say something.
Yes, I think that is a good tip. I think that pay attention the other person is very important, like contact or visual contact. I don't know what's the correct form to say that. And yeah, here, well, not too much because that is rare, but yes, it's, here the other person maybe look interest in common. Like, I don't know, what's your favorite movie? Do you like watch that? What kind of TV series do you like, or something like that? And be relaxed, because that's very important to in one conversation, or talk with other person, because you show that you are in comfort. You are what's the word for, well, yes, comfort is like, yes, comfort, and the other person be, well, it's gonna be the same form that you.
Waiting for Regina to say something.
And I think just approach the person, say hi, as if nothing, you have to give it confianza.
Mhm.
If you don't know, ask the basic questions. What's your name? What's your, maybe. And I think that no matter how the person is, if you talk to him, he will answer you, and you just don't have to be shy and listen to what they say and only.
Okay, thank you so much. Very good, like tips for small talk. And since we haven't gone over, since we haven't checked the lesson, like in a very formal way, it is a good way to have some ideas to brainstorm. That's the word for when you have a map of ideas in your mind You can say brainstorm, when we brainstorm ideas. Thank you so much. Just these words that I guess you also were kind of not completely sure about. Where is show security? You can also say show self-confidence. Self-confidence. I'm gonna write here, confidence. There in the chat, you can see it. Self-confidence, my own confidence, okay? And also visual contact, a different way to say visual contact, we call it eye contact. So this is eye contact. Good. I wrote a letter here in a bad way, so contact. Good. So 2 new words, eye contact and self-confidence. Very good. And yeah, that's it. Don't be shy. So in like, if we can sum up what you said, it is be original with your questions, show self-confidence, so don't be shy, and keep eye contact, right? Keep eye contact and be relaxed, okay? Act as if nothing is happening and that you feel very comfortable with what is going on. Thank you. Now, here we have some examples of what is considered small talk. We're going to watch some videos and I need you to help me answering the questions. Before we get there, here, here I have 3 graphics, 3 pictures, and they mean something different. Use your imagination and tell me, according to you, a tip for small talk in number 1 maybe is what? And number 2, what do you think it means, number 2? And what do you think number 3 means? Can you please tell me your mind?
Maybe the first is be friendly.
Be friendly. That's a good one. Thank you. Yes. So when you are friendly, what do? We smile, right? Good. What about number 2? What about number 2, ladies?
You're the person?
Sorry?
I don't know.
Um,
Forgot.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. Yeah, pay attention.
Listening.
Yes, though, pay attention and listen, right? I guess it goes more for listen than pay attention, because pay attention is like being very focused, like with everything you have, right? Your eye contact, your mind, your focus, and you're listening to, and you are thinking on the information you're receiving. So maybe just listening. Thank you. And what about number 3? What about number 3? Small talk. What do you think it means?
I don't know, be confident.
Be confident. Okay, that's the first guess. Maybe any other option, Fer and Regina, for number 3?
Maybe stay silent while the other person talks.
That was really, really clever. Yeah, so be quiet, right? Be quiet while the other person is saying something, because that demonstrates that you are polite, that you're educated, that you are paying attention, and that you do not interrupt people. And that is something good, because nobody likes to be interrupted, right? When we're sharing something with the other person. Good, good. Thank you so much. Now, the video that I told you, here we have all these questions. So I need your help, because they are around 10 questions or 11. Watch the video, and then you all, the 3 of you, help me to find the answers.
It's very hot today, isn't it?
Yes, it's so hot. It looks like summer is officially starting.
I'll have to remember to buy some sunblock then. My name is John, by the way.
I'm Yumi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Are you from around here?
No, I'm from Hokkaido in Japan. It's much colder than here, even in summer.
Sorry.
What's the weather like in your hometown at this time of year?
I'm from London. It rains a lot there, so I'm not used to these summer temperatures.
Oh, really? I like summer because we can go and spend time at the beach. I take my dog every time. He loves to run into the sea. What do you normally do in the summer in London?
If it's sunny, we often meet up and have picnics in the park. London has some really nice parks. Have you ever been there?
I've never been there, but I've always wanted to visit the museums. What do people do in their free time there?
People often go to watch football games at the weekend. Everyone is very passionate about their favorite team.
That sounds like baseball in Japan. It's super popular.
That's the end of the video. Do you want me to replay it, or is that enough for you?
I think I'm good, but I don't have some things where I don't know my partners.
I
So what?
think okay, because I just released that the question where is and here.
So one more time. Regina, so one more time, or?
Yes,
Well, we
it's
tried
good.
Okay.
to answer and
Ah, yeah, that's something good. So please, so tell me, what's the weather like today?
it's sunset.
So hot.
Yeah, kind of like it is sunny and hot, right? Because at some point that guy said, I'm not accustomed, I'm not used to these summer temperatures, right? So what's his name? Do you remember?
That's the question that I don't hear, so.
Somebody else in the class, Regina or Fernanda, do you remember this guy's name?
No.
No. Okay, and where is he from? Where is he from? Do you remember that part?
London.
Yeah, he's from London. Good. What does he do in summer? What does he do?
Picnic?
Yes, they go for a picnic, right? Okay, good. And the next question, what's the most popular sport in his country? In England?
Well,
Football, right? Yes, you know something. When we are in America, people call soccer, right? And football, American football. But in England and in Europe, soccer is not mentioned as soccer, but as football. So that's the reason he mentioned that. Good. So we have information about him. We're just missing his name. And then what's her name?
I think his name is kind of John or James or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, so it is something that starts with a J, that's for sure. We don't know the rest of the name, but let's find out in a moment. Where's she from, Fer? Where's she from?
Japan.
From Japan. And what does she do in summer? You all, please.
Take,
Mhm.
take your dog. Take her dog.
Uh-huh.
Walk for beach, I think.
Yeah,
think.
I remember that they mentioned something about the beach, right? About the beach and something about her dog. Yeah, so they go for a walk, they go to the beach and stuff. And what's the most popular sport in her country?
Baseball.
Baseball, that's right. So let's find out what their names are. That's the only thing that we'll check here in the video. Good ear, ladies, very good. See? Mhm.
It's very hot today, isn't it?
Yes, it's so hot. It looks like summer is officially starting.
I'll have to remember to buy some sunblock then. My name is John, by the way.
I'm Yumi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So what are their names?
If it was John.
Huh? I was
And her name is Amy.
Yumi, right? Yumi, that's what she said. Excellent, thank you. Well, you did a very good job. I'm very happy for you. It seems that it's not a problem for you to understand a video with no subtitles, and that is impressive, I must say. Let's continue. We have one more video for
Are
you.
you from around?
And in this case, we have not as many questions. We have just, they are only 6 questions, and they are also sustaining a very small talk, just like John and Yumi. Let's listen to this, let's watch it, and please pay attention so that you can answer to the questions.
It's hot today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I can't wait to get inside with the air conditioning.
Same here. Are you here for the conference?
Yes, I'm hoping to meet some new contacts. And yourself?
Yes, same here. My name is Matt Jenkins, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Matt. My name is Olivia Christie.
So, what company are you with, Olivia?
I'm working as a client relations manager for Sun Systems.
Ah, yes. You've just launched your new product, right?
Yes, so it's a very exciting time for us. Which company do you work for, Matt?
I work for Star Corporation as a sales manager. Oh, look. Here comes the bus.
Great. Let's enjoy the air conditioning.
Okay, so what's the weather like that day?
Hot, sunny.
Hot and sunny. And what's his name?
Matt Jacobs.
Yeah, I remember that his name is Matt, right? And what about her? What's her name?
Olivia Christie.
Oh, very good. Even with the last name, right? Olivia Christie. Very good, Regina. So what companies do they work for? Do you remember, Fair, Brizel, and Regina?
And I think she working for Crane International for assistant. And he for Star Corporation, and he's manager.
Okay, so he works for a corporation and she works for, I guess it is also a corporation, but I'm not very sure what's the answer for that. So we'll find out what are the answers for where they work. Thank you. Let's see in a moment because the session will be over in a minute. Please come back.